We'd better buckle up for this one. One team already ranked in the top 25, the other sitting just on the cusp and trying to prove a point in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Ducks will kick it off to get us underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll leave it with him. And the visitors start their day with nothing. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's look big picture at Colorado. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On the move. Got the first down and more. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. And the Buffaloes are on the move. They're going to ride this running back. Not this time. After finding running room on the previous play, nowhere to go this time around as the defense rises up.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the first down marker. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets it out fast. And he's brought down after a nice gain. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the first down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. Listen, catch the football, understand 4th and short, the situation, and then go get that first down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job of understanding that situation.
The noise level is relentless here on second down. Looking to throw, it's Salter. Throws to the tight end. Touchdown, Bucks! They grab the early lead.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Moore. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Ducks moving quickly to the line. All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and, man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big four-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. Another incompletion on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. To the air, it's Salter. Dances away to my time. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
That thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Austin. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Flips it out on the screen. Still on his feet at the 40. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen.
Nice job by the defense there on third and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up fourth.
They punted away on fourth down. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Little over anxious, out of the stands early, and it's a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. He wants to change this route. They'll go to the air. On the run, still looking. Unloads to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Using his legs to buy some time. And they'll bring him down for the sack.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. On the move to the right and looking for a big one.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. And all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
He gets up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Got rid of it just in time.
We're already in the 1st quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. To the air, it's Salter. Under fire. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. And the Buffaloes decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays. But you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down. This should be the last play of the quarter. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm. But you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking for a man. It's Salter. Here comes the heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball. Make some holes.
The power of R2 Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. With the catch, it's Atkins. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Nice catch by the big tight end. Nice job holding on to the football, getting the first down. But I tell you what, I love the physicality by the defense. I love how they're making him pay every time he catches the football. Later on, he might be less likely to want to reach his arms out there and try to catch that thing.
To the air on first down. Looking for a huge play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Going for it all. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll start this drive going to the air. And they won't make the connect. Going for the big play.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep. And that's going to open up your running game later on.
Moore will throw. Takes a hit as he fires. This time on target. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And what a great job of being cool under pressure. He knew there was a defender about to hit him, and he held on to it as long as he could before letting it go. He paid for it, but what an accurate shot vertically down the field for an explosive play in the passing game.
They'll go to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking to fire. He lobs one high down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. Touchdown, Ducks! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Hands it off. Oh, he's got a chance. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Last year's return to prominence for Colorado was fueled by a couple of superstars, Travis Hunter winning the Heisman Trophy and giving this whole program a bolt.
They also lost Shedeur Sanders, a quarterback, so losing a lot of talent on the field, but there are a lot of eyes on this program now for obvious reasons, and because of the guy running the program, they're always recruiting extremely well. There's new talent coming in the building. Nobody can overlook Colorado anymore.
Well, it's crazy because the list of Hall of Fame coaches are incredible. I mean, you just go down the list, and I've heard of that guy, heard of that guy, heard of that guy, and so they're starting to recruit better and get more talent. Can they solidify the line of scrimmage? That's what's been the key for Colorado. Can they be physical and tough up front?
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Just a short pass to the tight end. Bust through behind his pad. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. And the Buffaloes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
But I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude. They didn't.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes a grab past the marker. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado!
And this offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their 2nd passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Pac-12 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and now it's a final. Arizona State somehow, some way, found a way there in Tempe and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake up the Pac-12 standings.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Moore to the air. Moving away from pressure. Got it in the middle. It's Casper. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires and picked off. Takes it the other way. Out to 30. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
He makes a grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes! That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Moore will throw. That's caught. It's Hughes. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man. It's Stewart.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double-team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Quarterback may change this route. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, marking at the 47. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10.
Okay, break. Snare.
Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
To the line. On set. Okay, ready? Hey, fire.
Moore to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Benson. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. He's looking to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
The offense changing the play. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Touchdown, Oregon! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
That was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll start this drive with a pass. Working that left side now. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. Time dwindling. He wants to take the top off. And the ball will be grabbed at the 30-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. To the air, it's Salter. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Ducks! What a play! Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in the position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form the wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Buffaloes will kick it away to start the second half. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Shoots it to the left. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Good, wide open, big play opportunity. Hits him right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was all me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Ducks headed quickly to the line.
This guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback making checks. Moore will throw. Rushes on him. Stands in and takes the hit. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Grab near the marker is Atkins. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The offense comes out 1st and 10 from the 11. Gonna run it. It's Welch. Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They'll leave it with the lone back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the big fella. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Man, you see those tight ends catch the football, you're coming up and trying to get on the ground as fast as they can. They're such big athletes, though. You gotta pick your poison. A lot of times you try to go low, and they hurdle you or put that hand down. Nice job by the tight end breaking a tackle and getting some extra yards.
He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Austin. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next one.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Oregon! And that one will put them up here in the second half. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. On the run, it's Hayden. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield? On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Get it out on the screen. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. The Buffaloes will line up to punt it away.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and sell it.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Wants to adjust the pattern. Moore to the air. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The Ducks in the hurry-up.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Quickly complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
And the Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Stewart. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Makes the grab. It's Stewart. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. That's why you never assume the first guy's going to make the tackle, and you have to keep running to the football.
Man, it's something you highlight every single week in defensive meetings. Don't assume somebody's going to make it. Don't assume somebody's going to make it. Take the correct angle. Nice job. First guy misses. Second guy gets him on the ground, forces the 4th down, throws that fist up in the air.
He might want another play. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here.
Got it. Okay, great.
Moore will throw. Had to get rid of it quickly. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. 2nd and goal for the offense. Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Let's it fly. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Throws to the wideout. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Just a really nice play. Not a lot on the return, but that's all right when you hand it to your offense at the 42. Going right to work up top. And as he throws, can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
He's got it. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
This This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Making side adjustments here. Moore to the air. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
Ooh, you're living dangerously now. You've got the lead late in the game. Don't do anything to turn it over, and they almost did throwing it there. If I'm the head coach now, I'm thinking, man, let's just run the ball.
Wants to go up top. Looking for the score. Trying to bull his way in. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Looking to throw again. Touchdown Ducks! Fit it in the window for the score. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Going up top. Hauls it in down the sideline. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, when you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats and get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Pressure coming. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Touchdown, Bucks! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
Love to see the defense still fighting hard this late in the game. Great job jumping the route, catching it, takes it back for a touchdown. Not too much time to celebrate, though. You're still trailing in this game. You still got some work to do, but no doubt that play is going to give this defense a little bit more confidence.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Moore will throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Might be changing the route. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. With the catch, it's Hughes. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. The Ducks will hustle to the line.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. Now on second down. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He makes a catch. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
And the Ducks are on the move.
Here we go, here we go. Ready, ready. Direction. Shadow.
More to the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Back to pass on second down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1. This guy's putting the Oregon offense on.
In history, man, they've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. If you need me to run it, I'll run it. You need me to throw it, I can do that too.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. Got his man. Still on his feet at the 45. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Miller. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. And the Buffaloes want to crank the tempo. Looking downfield on first down. Buys a little time. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Dropping back, it's Salter. Under fire. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
That's incomplete. Tried to set up the screen, and he dropped the pass. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Looking left. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Hughes. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
He's going to take off. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Snags it on the right. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. Moore will throw. Makes the catch. It's Benson. Oh, headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! And the punishment has been extended. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. Complete to the right. Oh, and he ruins the big gator with a fumble.
You know, fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just can bounce any which way whatsoever. An offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
Big play like that to open a drive just builds the confidence. Now first down from the 46. They'll run play action. Got the quick pass. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting into the
quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And it's picked off right at the goal line. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT finally.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Speeding down the left side. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Phyllis, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Northwestern is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. We've seen this program stage memorable comebacks before. Do not rule out another one today. They're trailing by just 4 to Northern Illinois. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Back to throw, it's Salter. He's taking a deep shot. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Wants to throw on first down. Bring in the heat. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Ducks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Stewart. Turns it on in midfield. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. The Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. And the Ducks are in the hurry-up. Moore to the air. Here's the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. He's looking to pass. Fires to the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Someone say run out the clock. Someone saying I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
One more play to pad the stats. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. To the air on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And he goes to the ground, and that's how this game is going to end. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space.